I grew up not having my own gaming console until I was around 14 years old. But until that point, there was a craze called plug-and-play TV games, which is where it's basically a joystick that you plug into your TV, and it has a wide variety of older arcade games and Atari games that you can enjoy. And this really gave me a love for older games that were before my time, such as Mappy. I really love that game, probably one of my favorites of all time when it comes to that area of video gaming. And then I also really loved Galaga. Now, as soon as I saw that Galaga Wars Plus was coming to Apple Arcade, I knew I had to give it a try, and I pre-ordered it as soon as it was available. Now it has released, and let's get right into it. Galaga Wars Plus takes the art style of the classic game Galaga and kind of modernizes it with a very clean 3D art style, but it's also 2D at the same time. And it really is clean, and it doesn't add to visual clutter, which is very important in a shoot 'em up in my opinion. But the sound design is where Galaga Wars Plus definitely shines. Every sound effect is super nostalgic, and it's also just a little bit meatier, and it just sounds great. This game's sound design is A+ in my opinion. Galaga Wars Plus plays exactly like Skyforce Reloaded, and if you're not familiar with that game, you're going to be going through these stages and you're going to try to last as long as possible, shooting a ton of enemies and encountering a ton of bosses, and then in between runs, with the coins that you collect on those runs, you are able to upgrade certain aspects and certain stats of your ship, and you'll get stronger slowly over time and be able to go farther and farther in the stages. You can also unlock and upgrade new ships, and I think this is really cool because each ship has its own unique abilities and power-ups that you can pick up when you're playing as that ship, and these ships are from classic arcade games of the past, so you're just going to get more nostalgia. However, with all of these upgrades that I've mentioned previously, you have to wait for them to be done, and those certain amount of times can vary depending on how much you have already upgraded each certain statistic or part of your ship. Now, this is really frustrating, but you can use your gold coins that you earn in runs to complete them instantly. But it feels really weird because this is built exactly like a free-to-play game, just like Skyforce Reloaded was, and this is an Apple Arcade game, which means that there's no in-app purchases to speak of. This is one of the aspects that frustrate me about Apple Arcade as of late. Now, this game is a single-player experience that could have easily been balanced or kind of configured to fit the Apple Arcade subscription system, but it isn't, and it just feels like it was plopped into Apple Arcade with no effort to make it less frustrating with the free-to-play shenanigans that are present in it. These negative aspects definitely don't detract from Galaga Wars Plus too much, and it's still a really fun shoot 'em up, drenched in a lot of nostalgia. And one of my favorite parts of it, like I mentioned before, was unlocking these new ships that are from other games. And I love the bosses and just seeing the modernized take of Galaga as a whole. It's a solid shoot 'em up, and if you have Apple Arcade, you literally have nothing to lose by trying it. Just be aware that the upgrades get a little bit frustrating towards the end. Alright guys, that was my concise review of Galaga Wars Plus. Don't forget to leave a like and pop a sub. It really helps out small channels like mine, and I appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video. If you want more content from me, especially from TikTok, definitely check out the links in the description below. The TikTok is on fire right now, and it's really exciting for me. So if you haven't yet, I would really appreciate you guys going and checking it out. I love you guys. I hope you guys are staying safe, and take it easy.